Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the Noon Geeks Out channel. Today we are reacting to Pillars of Fire, the Battle of Messines by 1914. 1914, one of my all-time favorite bands. I'm really excited to be checking this out. I'm wearing the World War I uniform today because I think it's appropriate. It doesn't fit perfectly, and it's a bit itchy, so I'm probably going to appear a bit uncomfortable throughout this video, but I figure it's a good sacrifice to make to have this outfit for the video. Like I said, I find it appropriate. So, without any further ado, let's go and hop into the reaction. The Pillars of Flame comment, that is actual historical evidence for that. Hold on just 1 second. For my brief research, that is correct with the largest human caused explosions. Not heard that quote before, but the Pillars of Fire thing, actual thing that soldiers said about what happened here. The explosions appeared as if they were pillars of fire. Pretty sure there's a movie coming out about this, and I know there's already one. I have to check both of them out. Ooh, that fade out right there.
It was a cold house, 26 ways of doom. 1 million pounds of ammo now. We're back in the underground pit. Our artillery was silenced. For the first time in years, all was quiet. The sky was a very dark blue in the breakdown light. And I swear we are now the nightingale sings.
Those clean vocals. Oh.
3 a.m., 7 June, we demolish the bottom of Messines.
Yeah, the art style in this, very reminiscent of, some of the, official war art. I can't remember which artist it is, but there's a British artist that had a very similar style. Oh, those vocals. Ooh, and some horns in there? Oh, they're bringing out all the stuff they can in this one. This is so good. That is almost exactly what the actual explosion looked like. Later I'll edit in, if I can track it down, I'll edit the actual footage of it. It is horrifying. It's truly horrifying. Oh, and the sound design here with... Oh, that's so good! That is ringing in your ears. That explosion, that became part of the music. Oh, that is so good. It's very reminiscent of the track Gas Mask, the breakdown, I think, in that. Very reminiscent of that. But with so much of their newer style in it as well. I was researching this a bit before, and there's a photo that. Nothing good about war. This feels very accurate. Going off of one photo I saw of the aftermath. Oh, the orchestra in there, just to get back to the music. Oh. It just keeps going, and oh, it's so good. Oh, those clean vocals in the background are still just haunting. Oh, that inhale that he had there, the kind of thing. Oh, this is gonna be such. Oh, this is gonna be such a good album when it comes out. I cannot wait for this thing. But when I last checked, there was no lyrics for the song out. I checked maybe 5 minutes before recording. Get out of my face. I'm gonna check again. I don't imagine there'll be anything that changed in that time. But I will say what I can on just the history of the event, a very brief rundown, and then I will go and talk about the music itself, because I think I have a lot to say this time. Alright, so lyrics are still not officially released. I'm just going to check the description one last time. Nope, I tend to have... I have a tendency to miss lyrics in the description, so I figured that was probably a smart thing to check, but no, nothing out yet with them. But as just a brief history rundown, this was the British and the Anzac forces joining together, digging under no man's land over to the enemy side and planting mines. 19 craters created, killing around 10,000 German soldiers, which is insane. That is about 7% of those killed in, just, as pure numbers, which it is horrible to have to reduce people to just pure numbers, but just from a numerical perspective, 10,000 and then 140,000 killed in Hiroshima, 7% of those killed by a non-nuclear weapon, which is absolutely insane. And here on Wikipedia it says, probably the largest planned explosion in history until the 1945 Trinity atomic weapon test, and largest non-nuclear plant explosion until the 1947 British Heligoland detonation, which I've not heard of that one before, but absolutely insane. But horrifying stuff. So it says here that the mines were unprecedented in size and number, which is, I don't even know how to take that. There's a photograph I'm seeing here that I mentioned when reacting of the aftermath, the German trench after it, and it is horrifying. I'm going to put this in the video, but it is a very dark image, so I'll have a timestamp edited in for if you wish to not see it. You can jump ahead to that point. But this shows the aftermath within the German trenches, and very accurate to what was shown in the video. The video perhaps a bit more took a bit more artistic license, a bit more gory than what this image shows. But I have no reason to doubt that what was shown there was accurate. But the famous thing with this. So a quick correction to what I was saying. I was going to reference a very large explosion. There's a famous video and a famous photo of it. And that was what I mentioned that in the video and everything. It turns out that that was actually at a different battle at a different location, which, my mistake for not having researched that further prior to this. But I am going to edit in the either the picture of it or the video footage, depending on what I can find. And you'll see that very accurate to what those explosions were like within the video. Not the exact same explosion, but very accurate to what they were like. So just from the historical perspective, there aren't any glaring inconsistencies I was seeing. Again, this is with a very surface level amount of research going into this. This is not meant to be an in-depth look at it by any means. I may do a video on this in the future on my history channel, or on perhaps the topic of mining in World War I, or any number of things like that. I'll just have to see if there's anything within this, like, ooh, that would make a really good thing to talk about. But very surface level look at it, but no glaring inconsistencies I can see. Again, I haven't seen the lyrics for this, so maybe there would be something that popped up with them, but 1914 have consistently been very good with their stuff, if perhaps, a bit artistic. It isn't just direct accounts, retellings of facts. It is more story focused for the most part, more emotion focused. Now, to talk about the music, this may be some of their best work. Their last track was, that was phenomenal. That one quite literally broke me when I was listening to that. That track was horrifying, and especially the fact that that one was an actual letter sent home to the mother of this soldier who was killed, and not just some stuff they had made up. But this one, I can't speak on the lyrics again, having not had them, not having seen them, as they're not yet officially released, but the vocal delivery in this track was amazing. That has always been one of my favorite things from 1914. They have some of the best unclean vocals I've heard, and that is a very subjective thing right there. I know my buddy Wolf of 1918. Some of y'all may know who he is. He doesn't like them very much. He's incorrect in that, but no, joking aside, he doesn't like them very much. So of course this is not for everyone, but I would definitely say they are some of my favorite unclean vocals, just as a whole from the group. And no exception here. One of the things I mentioned was he had like this inhale he did, either right before saying something or right after it, or singing or screaming or whatever. That pops up in a lot of songs, and I know it appeared in the pre-chorus in their last track, and a cross now marks his place, and the usage there was insane. Here it added a nice little bit of extra something to the vocals there. The clean vocals in here really stood out to me. They weren't overused. It was a very subtle thing in the background that just made the chorus just that littlest bit more haunting. It's very similar to it's been in a few different tracks. I can't think of what ones off the top of my head, but I think of some stuff in their very early stages making music off of eschatology of war, and, what was it that they did with, Minenwerfer? Ich hatte eine Kamera? Something like that. I think there's a few tracks off there as well. They'd have the deep, sort of guttural screams, and then they would have these very high screams in the background, sort of weaving in with them, and, that, very haunting. This was sort of a calmer version of that, which created a very unique feel, and was something I absolutely loved. I don't know, I can't think of anything else with the vocals, but the other thing I really want to talk about is, the breakdown, I think. I don't know if that's actually what it would be called, but that's what I'm gonna call it. That was great. It very much reminded me, I said this when reacting to it, I said this, it reminded me of their track Gas Mask, which is, I wouldn't necessarily say one of my favorites from them, but it's a very solid track, but, it was just, it slowed down, and it just got so dark, and it was like, the fact that it had that ringing going on, and, everything, such a, I can't say cool, but such a cool atmosphere to it, you know? It just, that was one of the best examples of them sort of transporting you into the topic with their music, where it just, like, exposure goes off and ringing and everything else gets drowned out for a second. Such a fantastic usage of that. The other thing I loved was they had the horns in there. They've done some stuff like that before, not very often, but fantastic use here. There's not much else I have to say on this. That was just... that was insane. That is probably one of my favorite things I've reacted to, period. One of my favorite things I've reacted to on this channel. That was phenomenal. But I don't have anything more to say, so, thank you all for watching. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your own thoughts on the track, any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, there'll be a link to the music video, so you can go check it out, support the artist, and a link to my official link tree, which has my Instagram account. You can go follow me there, my Discord server. You can join in on what is now, I'm now referring to as the Trench Club. You can join in on my little community, and it'll have a link to the Spotify playlist of all the stuff I've reacted to, at least the tracks that are up on Spotify. Like I said, that was going to do it, so once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.